Uh, all right, let's do this. Eh?
Drop a bombshell at the end of this shit. Let's
Drop the
go.
bombshell. Drop the bombshell. Okay, here we go. G'day. This is the Two Beards Wrexham podcast, your go-to for all things Wrexham AFC. Join us as we chat about the highs and lows of our favourite footy club. She'll be right, mate. Hello and welcome to Two Beards Wrexham podcast. My dear fuckheads, Sheilas, beard brethren, and just all-round legends. I know I got that wrong this time, but there's a lot going on in this episode. But hey, I'm here for another week. It's your boy Rousey. It's my co-host Adrian, mate. How are you?
Mate, I'm good. I think it was a nice pick-me-up this morning with the game. So nice to, after a couple of bang average appearances, it was nice to continue our away form. So when did we become such a good away side?
I
But
know, like what the fuck?
I was shit talking him about being shit away from home, and then all of a sudden, the day that we dropped that episode, where I'm like, yeah, we're just gonna win at home and lose away. That's just how it's gonna be. And now we lose at home and fucking win away. It's just crazy.
I know, it's insane. But guys, be sure to stick around because we do have some major news happening right here on this
Huge.
podcast. Huge news. So be sure to stick around. But right now, Huddersfield happened this morning, which was great. We have Bolton on the weekend, which was a draw. But I want to cast our minds all the way back to the Peterborough game. We're out of the Virtue Trophy. You upset about it, Adrian?
Yes and no. I think
No Bristol Street brothel on this one.
no, and maybe that's why we didn't want it. But I mean, shit. I think the way we lost it hurts probably the most. I think if we had gone out, 1-0, 2-0 losers, and gone out like that, I would have been like, yeah, it's just an extra competition to worry about. We need to focus on promotion, blah blah blah, right? But the fact that we were 2-0 up, fuck me dead. I genuinely like someone, and I know that, we're not talking about most recent Wrexham, but I'm talking, proper old school Wrexham. Someone said we Wrexhamed it up. And I said, and I was like, yeah, fuck. Unfortunately, the ghost came back to haunt us, whether it was the way that Parky had, lined up the side. Maybe we just got complacent. Well, we did get complacent. And then, yeah, fuck me, to go down the way we did, especially in the last couple of minutes, I was like, yeah, okay, we could concede one. But those last couple of minutes just fucking made me want to throw up. So, yeah, kind of saw it coming, unfortunately. We were due for a
Penalties, mate.
wake-up
When
call.
have we ever won penalties? When was the last time you remember Wrexham winning at penalties? Like I
Fuck, I
can't
want to say,
believe it.
I want to say like last year's version of this competition, and I might have been one of them, but then we lost the next one. Like it's just a fucking shit show, mate.
Oh,
Whatever
holy
it is, whenever the last time we won pens was, I genuinely couldn't. It shouldn't have got to that. That's my biggest point about this. It should never have got to that. It should never have gotten. We shouldn't have even conceded, to be real. But that. I mean, 2-1, I was pretty happy with that scoreline, and I was pretty adamant, especially getting into the 90th fucking minute, that it was done. Obviously, just lapse in judgment. Maybe the subs, I don't know. Fucked if I
Well,
know,
funnily
man.
enough, we were talking the other week about Paul Mullen. I mean, this is one of these things. How he misses a penalty and just hits it straight down the gullet of the goalkeeper. I mean, look, this goes to show, and I think you said it quite nicely back then. He says, "Let him have a shit one. Just let
Yep.
him have a shit one."
Just
But
let him have a shit year.
I think that goes to show he is definitely having a shit one because when was the last time Paul Mullen missed a penalty? Like, just doesn't happen. He's got to score those, and that put us off to a very bad start in the penalty kickoff in that game, I think.
It, I
Yeah.
mean, shit. Like I'm looking. I'm just gonna look just to kind of give you a quick rundown. I know it was old news now, but just for those who are late to the party, we went up 1-0 at the 34-minute mark with Mofal, who I thought was finally showing people what he can actually do. Then we had Dobson at the 38-minute mark, and I was like, fucking, we're going to Wembley. There we go. We're going. I think I saw a lot of tweets saying it, which, probably jinxed us. And then the 72-minute mark, we go 2-1. And then in the 91st fucking minute, we draw 2-all
Let one slip.
and just let it slip. And it was just dumb. The two subs that I'm talking about that I'm thinking possibly influenced it, I don't know. So look, they missed a penalty, then scored obviously in that 72-minute mark. But 77th minute, Ollie Rathbone came on for Ashfield, and I was like, yeah, all right, Rathbone on, perfect. O'Connell for George Evans. I was like, okay, O'Connell's, he's a big fucking fuck off centre back. He'll help us out here. He'll get us across the line. And then 5 minutes later, we concede. And I'm not blaming the players, but you're not warmed up. You have played no football. You're coming on with 5 minutes to go. You're not going to be fresh. You're not going to be. You weren't even thinking you'd probably were even coming on. You're probably just sitting on there going, right, game's done. They'll call it, the usual Parky 70th minute fucking subs and call it a night. And we didn't. And I don't know, man. Maybe that's what did it. A lot of people, have been pretty harsh on Parky. We need to get a bit of perspective again. We'll reel into that when we talk about the Bolton game. But perspective. You'd bite anyone's arm off to be in that position in a semi-final. I mean, to be in the semi-final for it, let alone being in the chance that we were in. So look, I know I'm not saying we be complacent with mediocrity, but we also need to understand it's better to have a hiccup in that cup, which won't get us fucking promotion, than it is to have a hiccup in the season regular and possibly cost ourselves promotion.
And you never know, Peterborough could go on and do the unthinkable and beat good old Birmingham at Wembley. That'd be good.
It's happened before. Happened against us, didn't it?
Yep. So they
in the trophy,
they can by all means do it. Yeah, but we'll see. We will see on that front. But I was a bit sad because it meant another home game that we've lost. So it was 3 in a row that we've lost at home. Wow. Yeah. What the fuck is going on with our home form? And like he said before, our away form is completely turned around.
We've won the last 4 away games.
Yep. And we drew obviously against Bolton on the weekend, but I thought that we were the better team.
Yep.
I did think we probably deserved to score, but for whatever reason, we couldn't even buy a goal. So a draw is a good result, especially against Bolton anyway. I mean, we've always had very tight games with Bolton, but I did feel for most of that game, we probably had the ascendancy.
It was lackluster for sure. It was
it was that final finishing touch, wasn't it? We were just lacking that sort of finishing touch. And of course, Sam Smith and J-Rod are getting a little bit of criticism. But you know what? Whenever I see those two play up front, they always look threatening. They're always causing problems.
Yeah, but there's a difference between looking threatening and being threatening. And I think that's the biggest issue right now is, like, someone made a really good point, Sam Smith, that between the two of them, since they've come in, Sam Smith has scored 1 goal. That's it.
Mm.
What I'm trying to say is and I get it was different circumstances, different leagues, but when we brought in the likes of Ollie Palmer and Paul Mullen a couple of years back, I know different competition, I know, but immediate impact. They were impact players. They were brought in to do what they were doing, and they did it and got us up over the line. These guys were brought in to get us over the line, and they're not doing it at all. Now, I've been seeing something and a bit of a call out. Now, we're not going to go into the drama of it all with Ollie Palmer's cryptic Instagram posts and whatnot. We're not going to go into that. But what I do want to go into is I'd like to see Ollie replace Rodriguez and play with Smith. Ollie's not even been fucking looked at the moment, and there's something going on. But at the end of the day, whether this guy's coming or going, it doesn't matter at this point. He's a Wrexham player right now, and whether he's going or not, I'm sure he wants to impress his suitors if he is going to leave, right? Mm. So what better way to do it than fucking getting Wrexham promotion, getting him up? So honestly,
I saw
needs
his
to
dad
happen.
post something about Wrexham and saying, don't forget about the people who actually got you there. And look, fair point. Because he did, but Mullen hasn't. Mullen hasn't done anything. He's done 2 goals. So, we've got a strike force, which is a problem. But then you see that Burton Albion and John Daddy Bodferson scoring a lot. You got Sam Dolby scoring a lot in the Scottish Premiership. So it makes me think maybe it's just a style of play.
Yeah, and I
Maybe
mean,
that
look,
ripping
Parky's
crosses in from the box, trying to get headers. It's too easily defended against. I think we need to find more avenues to goal that doesn't include running down the wings and hitting a cross in the box because it's so predictable. You
yep.
see the defense every single time. Oh yeah, Wrexham are just coming down the wings. We'll crowd the box. We'll block the headers off, and that's a lot of the time that's what they do. And the only times we really score off that is when we catch them by surprise. So I'm
We're,
kind of like, yeah, we need to think of other avenues towards goal. Like when Sam Smith scored his first goal, that was a direct route one goal. So straight at the keeper, head on, a little bit to the left, and
like something else,
straight in.
mate. It's like something else, a little to the left,
Just a
but still
little,
good.
yeah, just hangs a little to left. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. I do think that we need to look at more. We need more avenues towards goals other than the predictable, and I think that we've become too predictable in shooting and where we're going to score from. Yes, it does cause problems, and the chances that you're going to score off a cross and head through goal is a lot higher. But when you're a team that's known for doing it, what are you going to do? You're going to
Yep.
flood the box and you're going to make sure that ball lands on the head of one of your defenders and straight back out and go on the counter.
Yeah, but just not in this league. It just doesn't. It's someone. Biggest criticism that Notts County got last season was that they were predictable. They do their high line. Everyone fucking ripped them apart for doing it, and it didn't work. Right? We are doing our game style, which is different. I'm not saying it's the same. And like you said, the high probability, and especially in League Two, it was happening. League One, it's not going to happen, and certainly not going to happen in Championship. You're not going to be scoring as much as you think. My point is, if we're struggling now with the people we've just brought in, I would imagine we'll be looking to replace them again come end of season. I know that the way that the contracts work, it does probably line up that way, but I genuinely think that if some miracle we do go up playing the way we're doing, there will be some hard looks at some players, and unfortunately, people who've had shit ones may get put under the microscope, and that is the Paul Mullins of the world. That is, the Rodriguezes of the world. That's the Ollie Palmers, Sam Smiths. Name anyone. They're on the chopping block because you're not going up, and if you do go up with this game style, it's just not going to work. So there needs to be a plan B. I'm not saying there are a small contingent of Parky haters out there go, the loss was on him against Peterborough, and the draw against Bolton was on him. It's on him. It's on him. It's on him. I think we need to, again, allow for a little grace because the same thing was happening in League Two last season where we were not doing so hot to start off with and people were calling for his head and he got us promoted. I think, again, he'll do the same again. He'll do some miraculous fucking pull. Mo Fowl might even just be the fucking gem that we were looking for that we just didn't know. He was right on, what is it? He's under our nose the entire time,
But
Maybe that's miracle.
It is like you said, having a shit one though, because
Yeah.
you look at Macaulay Langstaff, he can't even get on the fucking team.
Yeah.
And he was like League Two's top scorer, and now he's just nowhere to be seen.
It's just different leagues. I think the biggest thing is when you are moving up, and massive credit to Luton who did it back to back to back. Oh, well, not to 3, but they got up.
And
as
now they
quickly
might be
as-
coming back down again, my friend.
Yeah, well, they probably will.
Oh,
But
they're
that's
dead
what you
last at the
risk when
moment.
you move up so quickly. And a lot of people say, "Oh, who gives a fuck? Let's just go up straight up, 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 up." Yeah, but you run the risk of being caught out with your game style, caught out with not enough talent, not enough backup talent. Because Marriott, mate, was on fucking tear before he got injured, and now all of a sudden people are like, "Oh, Marriott's shit." It's like, well, no, just fucking he just came back from injury. We gave Mullen a grace period, and we're still giving him a grace period, really.
I
So
think a lot of people are just hoping like
yeah, they're
crazy
just
that
hoping. But with Marriott, I think he will get it back into some form, and we will get to see someone better. I think Mo Fowl might definitely be a surprise. We'll pack it a lot quicker than we thought. Revan for me has been a revelation and someone who should be starting lineup.
on
But
the on a
yeah,
side note though, Adrian.
yeah.
Sorry. I just got to give a quick shout out to my number 2 team, Coventry
Oh,
Sky
fuck off.
Blues. They have gone from relegation, like bottom of the ladder relegation. They got in Frank Lampard, and sure enough, they are now sitting pretty in the playoff spots. Now, Wrexham, on the other hand, to switch things up, 36 games left. That's a total accumulated points we could possibly earn is 101 if we win every single
Did you say
game.
36 points left or 36 games left?
36 points left in
Yeah.
total. All
Yeah.
right. So if we win every game, that's 101 points we could possibly earn if we win every game. Right. Going by that logic, you would think that we'd probably lose maybe another 2 or 3 given how we've gone in this so far this season. Puts us on 92 points. If it's a straight win-loss, we're not counting draws here. If
Yeah.
it's just a straight win-loss, it puts us on 92 points. 92 points is enough for automatic promotion. Adrian, mate, I'm telling you now, it's going to happen. Our
And when it,
prediction at the start of the season that Wrexham would go up in automatics, I think it's going to happen. I honestly think it's going to happen. Wow.
I mean, shit, Wickham's dropped a few. All of a sudden, we're 65 points, they're 67. We're exactly on the same amount of games played. So we're only 2 points behind them. Honestly, I say this with every hope is that we will continue to push. But fuck me, Stockport has just come up the arse again, like they do, and they just won't quit.
They just keep popping up, don't they?
They just keep popping up. They're sitting in fourth behind us, 4 points behind us, but playing an extra game. Look, it's really funny because the top 3 really. I mean, okay, let's just let's rephrase that. Second and third is what's going to be moving. No one's moving Birmingham. Let's just nail that on the head. No one's moving them. They're way too far ahead. Fucking game. Good season. Well done, champions. But we've got to look at who's ahead of us, which is Wickham and 67, 65. They've got a 7+ goal difference on us. So let's be real. Do you think we'll be having a game where we win 5-0? Probably not. Or anything like that coming up. So we really got to hope that we go outright points against this mob, throughout the season. And then all of a sudden, you've got Bolton, who are just outside of playoffs contention. Reading, who is, again, just outside. And Leyton Orient, even Barnsley are in contention. So from about 10th to 3rd, to 10th to 2nd. I'm not saying that those boys will go up to 2nd. I just think Wickham and Wrexham will have a chance to swap. We may go to the automatic. Wickham sits at 3rd there. But then the likes of Reading could, get on a tear, get a couple games in, and all of a sudden they're in that 6th spot. Huddersfield sitting there at the moment. Charlton in the 5th, Stockport 4th, Wrexham 3rd, Wickham 2nd, Birmingham 1st. Honestly, mate, it is going to be entertaining football to say the least. And even if you're not a fan of Wrexham or you're not a fan of any of the teams in this league, and you follow a Premier League team or even a lower league team, you'll be keeping your eye on this because you either want Wrexham to fail or you want to see what they can pull out of the hat.
Happen.
Yeah,
Not gonna, I'm telling you now, we will be laughing our rings off. Fucking championship side next year. Now,
Mm,
how that's going to go is anyone's call.
mm.
Like, we didn't think that we would do this well this year, but I can promise you guys this. I don't think if we do go up, I don't think we'll be anywhere near like it was this year. I think we will be mid to lower championship, if that.
Yeah,
We will be
agreed.
just above I don't think we'll get relegated. I think we'll probably
Nah,
spend well that we will actually stay in the championship, but I don't see us being above like maybe 12th or 13th in the championship ladder with
so,
our current squad.
well,
I
someone
will
said that
preface
the
that.
ceiling. They said the ceiling. Where is it? Where's Wrexham's ceiling right now? And are we seeing the ceiling right now? Not in terms of position, but I'm just talking about game style, performance, player talent, because I think the difference here is we have pulled in some. I'm not saying they're not big names, but Sam Smith and Rodriguez, one of them could be in a retirement home, and the other bloke is not dazzling at the moment. But if you're a championship side and you've got Wrexham, big price tag that people say we've got, shit, dude, we could
I'll
pull in
tell
some
you
big
exactly
fucking
what we
names.
do have, though. I can
Yeah.
tell you exactly what we do have. That's
Yep.
Scottish Viking Jesus.
Yeah, buddy. That game, bro. That game. Fuck me.
Oh, wow, dude. That Huddersfield game, like it was tight, like good that we got caught on some good counterattacks, but fuck me, when Scottish Viking Jesus comes on, just he just gets himself in the right positions. He knows how to score, and he's the only one that's really doing it other than Max Clearworth at the moment. Or yeah, I'll tell you what, just love the bloke.
No, he's a fucking
He's
legend. And
37 years old and he's still scoring goals. I would love to take him to the championship. Fucking
yeah,
take him up. Bring him up with us.
bring him up. And you
Bring
know
him
what?
up.
That it's not unheard of. Again, you get he's exactly if he can keep fit, this is exactly the position that he'd be playing next season if we are up there. Do you know what I mean? It'd
Mm.
just be those last 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Shit. Depends on how fit he is next season, but could be less. But if he's doing that, who gives a fuck? Because at the end of the day, we are being let down by our large minute men, the people who are playing the big minutes. We're being let down by forwards who are not performing, who are not showing. I hate saying initiative because they are creating chances, but there's a difference. Put them fucking away. Scottish Viking Jesus, he comes on, he knows what he needs to be doing. He knows what's on the line as well, by the way. There's no pressure on him. He goes, right, we're fucked here. Okay, I'm a score.
Mm. And you
Simple
know
as.
what? There were times this morning in the Huddersfield game where that was on display for everyone to see,
Yep.
because quite often you would have the ball going, kicked up high, and Rodriguez would header it on, but he's headering it on into space. More often than not, Sam Smith was on completely the opposite side of him to where he
Yep.
was getting headed. And you're heading it basically to no one. You're giving it back to the team,
Mm.
you're giving it back to Huddersfield, because that's just there was no one making the run. Sam Smith wasn't making the run. No one was there to fill that space exactly where he was heading it onto. And it seems to be a very common thing that seems to happen, is that we're heading it to space where no one's making a run. Had he had actually headed it to the other side, Sam Smith would have been on goal. Completely different story then. So I
I think
just
it's
think,
the
yeah.
matchups as well. Like, I mean, sorry, the lineups of our forwards, like how we talk about the mixing and matching, and when Elliot Lee was having to fucking do the same, be that second man. I just don't think Sam Smith and Rodriguez is the answer. I really think if it is going to be either of them, and I really hope I'm wrong. I hope Rodriguez scores a fucking hat trick on the weekend, but I just don't see it at the moment. And I think Smith maybe needs to be put on with someone, you know, like an Ollie Palmer, maybe, maybe fuck it, put him on with Marriott.
Yeah.
Can we just try something different? I know that everyone's like, but you know, you don't want to try too much because then we lose points. I'm like, well, we're already fucking dropping points we shouldn't be. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. It's definitely something's got to happen. Let us know what you think, guys, as well. How would you like to see things differently with our strike partnerships? What's your ideal strike partnership? Let us know in the comment section down below. But we'll go to an ad break and then we're just going to have some shit chat and we're going to make our big announcement. So let's go and enjoy some Ned's Bet if you're in Australia.
Fuck me,
Uh,
you're really hoping you're hoping we get that, don't you?
Fuck, mate. All right, so let's go to that ad break now, and we'll see you guys after this. Be sure to stick around. Big news. Let's go. Woo! And we are back, baby. We're back again just after the ad break. Did you miss us? Let us know in the comment section down below.
Did you miss us?
You know, we're here. We've been going on a hell of a journey this last year and a half. It's been a very, very, very uh, interesting endeavor that we embarked on. Um, but sadly, things have to come and change, and things evolve, things become new. And sadly, I'm going to be losing my co host.
Yeah.
Adrian here has decided he's going to be moving on and leaving the Two Beards Wrexham podcast. My bro, my boy, is coming to an end. Um, the reason, obviously, look, we're fairly honest with you guys, our listeners. The reason being is because he wants to move on and focus on his life and his new life that he's got. And I'm completely 100% supportive of that. Um, but in order to do that and to handle the time differences and I think, you know, the pressures of having to do the podcast and be analytical and all that sort of stuff every week has kind of caught up. And Adrian has made the tough decision to step away from Two Beards. Um, Adrian, want to say anything?
Oh, mate, it's been one of the best experiences of my life doing this with you and the people we've met along the way. And look, I do want to reiterate this show continues on. Rousey will make it what it is, and Rousey does make it what it is, and that's a shout out again to him. So I've probably known the last month or so, especially, you know, it's I've no secret I've gone through divorce and selling house and just getting my life back on track and working full time as well. So, and Rousey does the same, but he's been shouldering a lot of it, especially probably the better side of this new year. He has been editing, he's been posting on the Twitter accounts. I've just been rocking up and he's been kind of letting it happen. And the guilt's kind of overwhelmed me where I'm like, actually, I don't think I can give him what he needs. That sounds fucked up, but give him what he needs and deserves for this podcast to thrive. So, look, I'm Wrexham till I die. I don't take that lightly. This doesn't stop. I don't stop following Wrexham. I still watch the games. Rousey's given me the lovely opportunity to be an honorary fuckhead, to continue the conversation. Actually, probably join the conversations now that I'm not too much in my own head about things with mental health and going on and doing stuff. So, look, I'm not going anywhere. I'll still be around, but this podcast will just change and transform into something even better. And I think Rousey's going to take it to new levels, and I'll pop up here and then. I'm sure he'll have me as a guest maybe once a year. You never know. He might have me more than that. Who knows? But look, a massive shout out to Rousey for what he's done and what he's put in. And I love what I've been able to achieve doing this, in terms of being able to talk with people from Wrexham. A shout out just quickly to Welsh Techie. He got a sticker from us that we sent him, and he slapped it, and it's the Two Beards Wrexham podcast sticker logo, and it's right outside the turf. And I knew I was going at this point. I don't know if Rousey knew at this point, but I definitely did. and I just burst into tears because it was just something that was so fucking meaningful, that we achieved what we wanted, which is we want to be part of the community. We want to be proper Wrexham fans. And I think I can walk away from this as knowing I'm definitely part of that Wrexham community, and it won't ever stop. So I appreciate what's been given, and let's just fucking have a laugh now and enjoy the last couple of minutes, as these are my last. But I won't go anywhere. I'll still be around, but yeah, just won't see
Yeah,
me
if you still
weekly.
want to chat to Adrian, he'll still be in the fuckheads Discord.
And I'll be better now because I'm not so guilt ridden.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to tear the band-aid off. Yeah, you got to do what's best for yourself. So,
Yep.
and in this case, it was to leave the beloved Two Beards Wrexham podcast. Although the algorithm's a bit fucked at the moment, so we're a bit
Probably the
stale.
best time. We I think we mentioned it briefly. Like I was like, now's as good a time as any. But at the same time, I think ignoring that, we've just got such a loyal fan base. And something I do want to just quickly point out here. So something that was brought up, well, I've brought
Why
up
do you
with
have a
Rousey.
box on the end of your nose?
Oh, just because my focus got left, so I had to tap on it to try and get it to focus. Now that it's just won't disappear, it just fucking follows me. What a good way to go, right? With a box on my nose. See if I tap it again, if it just goes away. Nope, just makes it bigger. Awesome.
Ah,
Autofocus off. There we go.
yeah. Could you imagine if?
So,
I wonder
but
what
look, I do.
what shape would that come up if you did your dick on there? Could you
What?
focus that on your dick and just whoop?
Yeah, fuck. I don't know. Just the bell end
Find
part. But
out in
anyway,
our OnlyFans.
yeah.
Um,
But look, I do want to say something about the fuckheads as well, because we're going to get into that in a moment. Do the shout outs as normal, but you guys who are fuckheads, part of the program, have given to get the podcast to Wrexham, not Rousey and I. The podcast, it is to get that, and whatever iteration that is still going in November. I have, and Rousey has accepted, is that I never wanted to leave a podcast and pocket anything. And that box has shown up again. I didn't want to. So what I'm saying is, all the kitty is going towards Rousey getting there still. So everything that's been donated is still getting Rousey to Wrexham, and whoever is with him in the podcast, whether it's himself, whether it's not, it's there for that reason and that reason only. Whether I go across or not on my own volition, I'm actually thinking about doing it anyway. So that's not an issue, but it's more just, don't feel like I've done a cut and run. That's not what I'm here for. I love you guys. I love what you guys do, and what you've brought to this podcast is amazing. And before I start crying, I'll let you know that you guys mean a lot to both Rousey and I will still be around, but will be not on front of the YouTube or on the podcast. But I appreciate what has been given to us, and that's from you guys. So I appreciate it.
it's hard life being a podcaster. It is not easy. And I
A
think
lot of time. A lot of people just think you just can chuck on a camera and that's it. And I think that's what I was hoping. And I was hoping it would just turn into that. But what it turned into is poor Rouse. He's having to fucking post on the Insta, post on the X, calling me, being like, bro, the fuck, I need you to post, and I've fallen asleep. And I've like, fuck, my time zone shit. Sorry, I got it wrong. Posted late, blah, blah, blah. So I think it is for the best. But at the same time, Fuckheads program still exists. The podcast still exists. All money for podcasts will get Rousey over there. I'm just walking away with my head held high, going, I got to experience something fucking amazing. And Wrexham till I die, brother. Wrexham till I die.
yeah, we got a decent amount of YouTube subscribers. So if we're popping up in your YouTube home feed, great. If not, hit the bell notification and all that sort of stuff, so you know when we're going to post. But yeah,
I'm excited
look,
for you, mate.
The podcast is going to continue. I am unsure what that looks like at this stage. This is all obviously very new, so I'm unsure what that's going to look like. But rest assured, the podcast will continue. Whether I go on the hunt for I might go on the hunt for a new host. So if you're Australian, or if you got a beard and you can work within the Australian time zones, then then hit me up
Hit
on
him up.
X you can even just leave a comment down below, or just come over to X, Two Beards WXM on X, and just let
Hit him
us
up.
know. Let me know if you're interested, and we can have a chat and see where we go. But I will say this: the Two Beards podcast, the Two Beards Wrexham podcast, will still continue. Just
Mhm.
I
Just a
gotta,
new transformation. It's just evolution, mate. It's just like
yeah.
it'll be a new iteration, could be new, new things. I've even pitched my ideas to Rousey, what I think would look cool for him. And something I'm even just going to say out loud here is I think Rousey should get as many guests as he can on over the next couple of weeks, and just for those of us who've been a part of this podcast over the years, help out a boy. But not only that, but also maybe live auditions, mate. Maybe it's live auditions. Maybe you're
Live
getting guests. And
auditions. See,
I
seriously.
think you should have. Honestly, I think it should be Rousey's Wrexham Roundup. I reckon that's what it should be, and I still think of it to this day because you interviewing fucking podcasters, fans, players, fucking staff members, past players, unhinged. Unhinged. Tell me in the comments below that you don't want that. Tell me in the comments that you don't want to see that because I want to see that. I'll watch it every fucking week.
Straight up unhinged Rousey. Let's do
Mate,
it.
I want it. I want it. So put it in below. See what you guys think it should look like. But honestly, Rousey, whatever you do, mate, I know it's going to be fucking amazing. Whatever you touch turns to gold, and that's why you wear that gold shirt, brother. Because everything you touch turns to gold. So well done on an epic journey, and
Well,
our friendship doesn't.
I remember when we I remember when we did our first episode and we're like, fuck, what's gonna happen here? What's gonna do? And then Mark Griffiths picked it up, said he liked what we did,
Like
and
that jib.
decided to come on the second episode and really gave us a platform to spring off of. And ever since then, it's just been one hell of a wild ride. This has become something that I never thought, a year and a half ago that we would be in this position to do. Um, but Adrian, still young, still got a lot of life to live. I'm not. I'm in the twilight years of my life. Um, I just muck around and do whatever the fuck I want. But Adrian, I wish you all the best. Um, yeah, just wish you all the best, mate. I hope that you do well.
Thanks, bro. No, our friendship doesn't end here, mate. It's just the, just a business that ends here. And I think that's what's so amazing is if I got anything from this, anything at all, I got a brother out of this. I got friends out of this. I went through a lot, and I'm still going through a lot personally. And I know a lot of people out there are. I'm not discounting that. I know some other podcasts have come out recently with going with what they've been going through, but everyone's got their own battles to go through. But when you've got someone like Rousey by your side who genuinely gives a fuck, that changes everything. You're not having to worry about your own stuff when you come on a podcast because there were weeks where I was, going through my divorce, mid-divorce, and I was still recording with Rousey, and it's because he's like, just head on, bud. We won't just forget about it for an hour, hour and a half. We'll just chat, have a laugh. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. And Rousey's like, nah, just come on. We'll see how we go. And every time it was a cheering up. It was worth it. It was cathartic. And no, I'll miss it for sure. But I think I'll be able to watch the Wrexham games continuously live as I have been every game, but able to chat with my mate about it without it being in front of a screen and having to line up time zones and line up this and that. And I think that's probably what's going to be the most relaxed for me with my new kind of lifestyle change. So appreciate you all. And I look forward to the future. And I don't know, mate, before I start crying, I think that's the best way I can put it, mate, is we got to end this the way that we went into it, which is fucking balls to the wall. Elliot Lee, if you're out there, He needs a co-host. All right. And if there's anyone who loves your pecker more than anyone in this planet, it's that man over there.
Number one fan, Elliot Lee.
Number one fan. And I shit you not. I hope and dream that you can get him on one day, mate. And I know you will. There's no limits to what you can do, mate. And you'll do amazing things. So well done. Thank you. And fucking up the town.
Up the town. Well, for one last time, you'll see Adrian in our fuckhead chat. He's not going anywhere. Just not on the podcast. We do have a Patreon program, patreon.com/2beards. We give a shout out every week to our lovely fuckheads who we love and they support the show. And I hope they'll continue supporting the show. We'll see. Well, hopefully, because I don't plan on going anywhere, just changing things up a bit. But we do shout them out every single week. Our lovely executive fuckheads, our standard fuckheads. We got multiple tier programs on Patreon. You'll get access to the podcast a full day early. You will get discount off our merch store. And you'll get access to a fans only Discord with your boys in it. And it's a great little community. Become a part of it. And we also do giveaways.
We do.
We do giveaways in the Discord for our fuckheads because we do believe in giving back. I don't want to just take all your money and be like, fuck yes. No, I will want to give back. So this is our way of giving back. So Adrian, mate, for the one last time, would you like to give our fuckheads a shout out?
Yeah, well, I do it a different way each time. I think this one I'm doing it crying. So so just a massive thank you to our executive producers. You guys have been the supporters probably since the beginning, but even some people who have just joined on recently, just fucking, you're going to get this man over there. Do you know what I mean? Like, what you guys are thinking is, it's only $5 a month and you're only doing this, you're only doing that, or you're the executive producer and it's only $20, whatever. It adds up. And this guy's going to get there because of you guys. So Matt Al, Not PC, Bryant, Welsh Techie, Anthony, Sarah, our executive producers, family, I love you. Love you so much, and I look forward to chatting with you as an honorary fuckhead and one of the gang. The rest of our fuckheads, I love you so damn much. I can't even. Yeah, Aaron, Will, Chris W, John, Anthony R, Deandra, Mark, Drew, Neb, Ryan, Jake, Vincent, Benjamin, and Josh. We fucking love you, and just keep supporting this man. Don't ever stop supporting this man. I'm going to continue to support this man from afar. I know I can't do it through the podcast medium, but I will continue to support him from afar. I'll be his biggest fan, and I'll be there every day that he needs his support. I'll be there, and I hope you guys will continue to be there too, fuckheads. So to the subscribers out there, definitely join it. This guy's on it every day. He's messaging every day. He's sending funniest shit. He's got a Rousey's Dungeon in there. We just post some late night memes when he is high as a kite. Fucking do it. Honestly, good fun. I'm Adrian. I will be a Wrexham fan and continue to be a Wrexham fan till I die. Podcast might end for me, but my love for this club doesn't. I'm going to end it with the last thing I said, up the town.
Drinks to Adrian. Guys, we'll see you on the next episode. So we've got to have a drink first. So we'll see you on the next episode. No matter how that looks, might have a special guest, might be trialing out a new guest host. So we will see. We will see. But one thing's
Definitely.
for sure, not going anywhere. So guys, one last time, Two Beards, Wrexham podcast with Rousey and Adrian. Next week will just be Rousey. We'll see you next time. Adrian, take us out.
Woo!